Well, hello, I'm Bob Dendry, this is Boring Guy Plays, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, The Long Game. Now, last episode we spent a lot of time fixing our network after we completely broke it, almost went bankrupt, but we managed to recover in the end. Now, you're probably wondering why we're starting off at this nondescript little block in Glendale, and it's because we got some space here that I noticed when I was preparing for the episode, and I have a mod. I have a mod that will be helpful for us. So you've heard me complaining the last couple of episodes that I wasn't happy that our airport line was sharing our sort of main line all the way through. You know, it's fairly congested. We want these to be fairly express trains, and it just wasn't really working to, you know, achieve that. And today we have a solution. I have downloaded a new mod, being a underground passenger station. So if we have a look at it, you can see it's just like the standard passenger station. But it has underground, I'm really not talking good today, it has underground tracks instead of above ground tracks. So it's a nice simple mod. You can check out the link to it in the description. And we've got a nice little space here that we could fit in this station. First of all, I think I want to clean this up a little tiny bit because we've got a nice or reasonably nice grid here until we get to this street here where it goes, you know, a bit burko. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lay down, if I can, a nice new road there. Delete this old one. That should also help with traffic flow through here as well. So let's have a play with this. So we've got some options in terms of, we've just got the standard options, of course. And then we also have the depth, which obviously is how low the tracks are going to go. I think 25, I believe, is a decent depth that should work pretty well. So we are going to get this in and have it nice and close to that bus stop so the bus stop can act as a bit of a feeder route. And there we go. Okay. So it's a very bare bones station. As you can see, they do walk in and they just teleport downstairs. I did have a look at some other ones, which looked good, but I think this one is fine. Like, it's not the best, but it should be fine for our purposes. And I also want to do the same at Oklahoma. We need to try and get a station fairly close to probably this right side of the CBD from where we're looking right now. So I think we should be able to fit in just the same thing here, really. And it'll literally just fit in there. Very nice. And yeah, now I just want to work on getting those connected. Hopefully it's nice and simple to do that, but you never know. Especially with mods, they tend to be crazy sometimes. Let me just remember how to play this. Yes, okay. Okay, we're down. Cool. Or up, actually, I think. Okay, so can we connect on to those tracks? We have 4 tracks there. Is that what I laid down? No. I guess it's just using the tracks as like a bit of a, I don't know, weird thing. Cool. So it looks like we can just hook on there and pretty much just pop out there. And I think that's a pretty nice connection. Honestly, we could probably make this underground as well, but I think it's fine. Let's not redo everything we did. Otherwise, it's just going to be episode 48, take 2. It's definitely not the simplest. Well, actually, it is pretty simple, but you just need to make sure you are clipping on correctly and all of that. And yes, we are going to have some above ground sections just because it's cheaper. At least in real life, it would be cheaper to have a little bit of a above ground section where we're able to anyway. Ooh, we've got some construction not possible. Okay, so we're coming back out of the ground, it looks like, potentially. Or we just can't build underneath the industry, I guess. Maybe because they like own the rights to a bit of ground or something. Now, I can't actually remember what track we were using here, but I think it was the right track. Hopefully that is the right track that we're using anyway. No, it was the left track. Should be fairly easy to fix though. Actually, that means we're going to have to shift all of this over just a tad so we avoid going under the industry. Ooh, too much slope. Okay. I'm going to build anyway, because no one's going to be able to tell. All right. And from there, yeah, we're just going to head under the river and then probably join up reasonably close to the station itself. Also, don't know why we're paused. Let's unpause. Get the game flowing. Looks like we actually need to go lower. So potentially having a lower depth station here would have been better. But I think we're just going to have to make do. Okay, I think we did all right. Yep, perfect. All right, let's see if we can join up. We're actually very deep, actually, compared to where we need to be, it looks like. Okay, I don't know why it's not tunneling. That's bizarre. It's like refusing to tunnel. Okay, we might need to pause because we might need to break our existing line and hook into that. All right, there we go, built. So now we can just change our our airport line to run on those new tracks, and we can sort of pretend that this whole thing never happened. It was I don't know, what would you call it? Parallel universe. Let's run with that. And we've got two trains that are stuck, so we need to make sure they are heading in the right direction and they can join up. You should actually be able to connect up to Everett. Yeah, cool. And what about you? Can we do the same with you? Oh, hang on. Yeah, okay. Looks like you are okay. And then once that's all fixed itself up, we can remove this connection. So you should be able to go the other way. Yeah, okay, cool. Was tempted to give Roseville the same treatment and also have the underground coming in there, but I think it's fine. It gives us a bit of variety, I guess, so it's not the cookie cutter of every single airport is going to have an underground station, because obviously that's not what real life is like. It seems like our tram network is doing an alright job of servicing the area. Of course, our local transportation networks or transportation lines always tend to lose a bit of money, and that's okay because they're generally acting as feeder services. AR101 as a line is still losing a lot of money, and you know, we should be hopefully on the way to eventually making some cash. Oh, wow. Dayton to Roseville passenger line. 800 passengers waiting. Also, HS3. I'm noticing I was not expecting it to be doing like fantastically, but it's actually doing really well. So obviously the, public transport networks we've put in, which of course, Richmond, not so much, but it's still got some passengers waiting considering there's like no one within the the coverage distance. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it's going. Yeah, so the Dayton to Roseville passenger line is actually a line we did add more service to last episode, and probably we will actually add maybe 1 or 2 extra trains. We have unlocked some new ones as well, so we might in fact just scrap these, replace them, and then add maybe another 2. We should have enough money for that. We've got 833 mil in the bank, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get that managed. So what are we looking for here? I believe these are charges I think we've unlocked is what they're called. Yes. So we've got SC44s, which actually we unlocked some time ago. And we've got the ALC42s. So these are obviously the newer version. And we might chuck these on with some Amtrak Day 1 liveries. Don't think we actually have Phase 7 coaches at all. So clearly I have missed adding some coaches to the mod list that I should have. Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. It'll be okay. We've only got Phase 6. But we should be fine. What capacity do each of our old trains have? 480. Ooh, okay, so our... Interesting. How long are these? Okay, so these are actually going to be lesser capacity. Something to keep in mind. It'll be fine, I'm sure. But was not expecting that. So we'll definitely get another 2 on then. Yeah, hopefully the fact that we've looked at the evidence and placed these on based on, you know, how many passengers are waiting at numerous stations on this line, hopefully we'll be okay and this is not going to cost us money in the long run. The network generally is an area we've probably neglected a little bit. We've got a lot of GP38 still running sort of in this section of track, and I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to hopefully get all of those replaced now. So we've got our Lakewood to Salem iron ore line. It's actually got 4 trains running. Some of them are up to 66 years old. That's ridiculous. And I just want to check as well, how much iron ore do we have waiting to be picked up? Okay, so we're probably about right in terms of the number of trains we're running here. And we're just going to get all of these replaced with something new. So we're going to run with ES44AC heavies on this route. We will probably... How long are our stations here? Are we going 480? I don't think we are 480 here, are we? No. So we'll just go with 2 for the moment. And we'll go up to 320 meters. And that should be a bit of an increase as well in the capacity we have on that line. And we're already seeing significant demand on our Everett Airport Metro line as well. That was what we wanted to see. This obviously provides another alternate route for customers, and hopefully will also assist with some of this ridiculous congestion we've got. I'm just thinking, now that we've got our underground station, I actually think I want to move the Wichita Falls West station because it's, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I don't think we even ended up hooking it up to public transport, so it doesn't really do all that well on the Dude Where's Our House line, but we could definitely get a station in sort of more like, I'm thinking here or so. Potentially even about here, so it lines up with the Hickory Street tram stop. Let's see if we can fit that in. I think we should be pretty easily able to support that, but You never know. So we can sneak you in there. And where do our underground tracks go? They're pretty close. They're pretty close to where the station is. So we should be able to hopefully just hook in somewhere. Or are we quite far down? Could maybe have this not quite as deep, potentially. Let's see how we go. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Now, what are we colliding with? It's not really telling me. So, let's just build anyway. Or are we colliding with... Hang on. Oh, okay. Never mind. We were colliding with the track because we weren't actually joining up, I don't think. Hang on. I'm confused. I'm actually really confused. I don't know what we've done here. Okay, we built that little deviation, and once these trains are through the station, we can delete it and reroute everything, I think. Okay, that should be fairly good. Yeah, hopefully we'll once again start to see some increased passenger numbers from Wichita Falls. I probably just want to spend the rest of the episode doing some miscellaneous type road fixes to hopefully smooth out some of the traffic issues. I don't think I'm ever going to be really successful in getting rid of traffic, but I think there are some moves we can make to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to upgrade a short section I'm going to upgrade a little bit of this highway to 4-lane. That's just to give basically an additional turning lane and straight lane, which should break down a bit of the traffic. It would be really great to have asymmetric roads, but no, they don't happen in this game, at least not in the vanilla. Potentially there's some mods to do it. I haven't actually really looked in that much detail, to be honest. We've got this road running between Roseville and Cedar Rapids that is struggling a bit as well. Looks like there are people going pretty much all the way through, and what are they going on to New York? Okay, we can maybe cater for that with a direct connection to New York from Roseville, potentially using this route here actually. Quickly pause. Well, we're going to route the highway around and have this as a T-junction. Stick a 100km/h limit on it as well. Oh no, I didn't want to tunnel. That's a bit silly. I'm thinking maybe we could try and connect directly through here. Not quite. We're probably pretty close to being able to tunnel under though. Too much slope. Yeah, that is too much slope actually. Sorry, residents. Alright, that connection is made and that new highway is connected as well. And hopefully we should start to see some people wanting to go directly through. We could also expand this to a 4-lane road as well. I've also been looking at this thing for some time. Yeah, as you can see, traffic on our motorway is backing up almost all the way back to Oklahoma from this junction here. if I look at our destination layer, it's not as though people are using this to cut through to a different like part of the network. They're literally just everyone is wanting to go there. So what we can potentially do to try and alleviate some of that is to maybe get in another junction, maybe here. I did actually originally say that I wanted to put a second junction in, and I didn't end up doing it. I think we originally wanted to put one like there or so and not have this regular road go through, but we didn't end up doing that. So right here might be good. We can potentially connect that up to this bridge and have it, I was going to say is a one-way, but no, probably not a one-way. Probably still will be a two-way. We're a little bit limited for space, but I just want to make sure we can actually get it in. I wonder if we can get a trumpet in here potentially. I'm not 100% confident building a trumpet in in this game. This is in City Skylines where things are so easy to build. We might need to work to get this to work, I guess you could say. Might try the parallel tool. I had no luck with it last week, but let's see. We can build just a little short parallel section. Error, click for details. Collision. Hey, there we go. We actually got something to lay down. Nice. Okay, that was probably the hard bit, so hopefully the rest of this should be relatively easy. I say that as if I don't know that this is absolutely not going to be relatively easy. But, you know, I'm sure we can work something out. We can work something out, not walk it out. Oh, construction not possible. Okay. Okay. Cool. That's decent. Maybe we might pause. See if we can connect in. Sort of like this. That definitely does not look decent, but it's probably going to have to do. And yeah, the question is how we're going to get the ramps in the other direction. Going towards Chandler is going to be pretty easy. It's going the other way because we've got the rail line that we need to deal with. Potentially we could move it a little bit to allow a better ramp. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a challenge. Apparently too much slope is the issue there, not whatever the hell is going on with the rail line. Okay, there we go. Too much slope, really? Okay. Stop doing that. Okay. That should be fine. And I wonder how many people are going to use this new set of ramps. Don't like that, but not really much we can do about it at this point, is there? Las Vegas is another town that is having some big congestion issues, and it's all about the fact that there's just one entrance right into the city, primarily. We could, of course, boost the use of public transport in the city as well, which will mean less people will be using cars. But let's fix this issue first, and then we can have a look at the public transport shortly. So potentially, I think this road here could be a good second entrance. We've got some nice height here over the motorway, and we've also got a road that we could reasonably easily upgrade to a decent standard. All right, and yeah, public transport. We have, like, not much. For what has become a reasonably large city and not too long due to the, obviously, presence of the Millennium Line and HS3. So we definitely do need to look at upgrading this with some additional public transport options. So let's look at where our bus stops are right now, and they're literally just a small line of bus stops and nothing else. So we might extend this route sort of up towards our interchange. And we can also get a couple more routes. And everything can terminate at our big bus station. All right. So, Las Vegas. Where are we? Genuinely, what is this line called? LV1. Why did I not just see that? Okay. No, fair enough. I was thinking... No, that was my fault. So, what we can do then... Add an additional stop and then back. And we'll get a couple more lines set up. And we'll put 5 buses on each. Alright, and hopefully that will increase our public transport use and reduce some of the reliance on this motorway. I am looking at our new ramps, and I am seeing some use. In fact, reasonable amount of use. So that will hopefully all go towards reducing the congestion on this sort of single point of failure we had. Wow, Metro Line is doing fantastically. This is clearly just what we needed. Yeah, beautiful. Over at Oklahoma, still looking pretty decent. Maybe a train in there at the moment. No, I don't think there is. Yeah, okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad we found the underground station mod. Because, yeah, this is... no, that's the Dude Where's Our House line, which it should make back a lot of that once it drops off the passengers. And we've also got Wichita Falls Exchange, which is doing okay. It's not massively successful, but it's doing all right. Doing all right. And what about our new interchange here? It's getting some use. Not massive amount. Potentially once some of this congestion breaks up, maybe people will start shooting through. I'm not sure how quickly or on the fly pathfinding updates in this game, to be honest. But we should see shortly, hopefully anyway. But yeah, that is going to be about all we've got time for in this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device next time I post a video. You can find links to all my social media in the description, so please jump on there, like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. Big shout out to my Founders Club patron, Caleb. Caleb, thank you so much for helping to support the content. If you want to support the channel, you can do so via Patreon and also new YouTube memberships, as I'm now a YouTube partner. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Transport Fever 2, The Long Game. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.